True peace, kins and friends. I'm DDGotAPodcast Noopooh, and tonight I'm coming to you with another reading, and I will be using the Noopooh Tarot deck. But before I start, wow. Oh. Boo boo. Okay. Got myself together. Okay. Oh Lord. I got fiddle fingers tonight. It's alright though. Won't stop me from doing this reading. Cause it's needed. Okay. Before I start this reading, I like to always start my readings with the ringing in of me acknowledging Noopooh, 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 Noopooh. Okay. Now, there's a lot of questions that has come about as far as the Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I just have a whole lot of questions that I feel need to be answered because there's just so much information coming out, and good way to confirm what's true, what's false. Let's get into it. So the first question I would like to ask is, did Tyler Robinson unalive Charlie Kirk? Did Tyler Robinson unalive Charlie Kirk? Did Charlie Kirk get unalived by Tyler Robinson? Wow, what is going on? Hold on. Okay. Let me get it right. All right. Tyler Robinson unalived Charlie Kirk. Okay, the first card that comes out in reverse, the Phoenician Noon Kingdom. This will be, okay, being that is in the reverse, that means you may not be allowed to visit, or you may not, or may broke laws that will not allow you to return. And being that the Phoenician race are the parents of the Caucasians, so yeah, that would be relative to Charlie Kirk not being able to go to his ancestral home, where his creator's home. How about that? You got people out here still talking about Caucasians were created by black people. Which black people? It was two groups. The Ethiopian woolly head African race and the straight head Phoenician Arab Indian race. Okay, now Now the second card in reverse, the pantheism card. Let's see what it says. Original God, sun and goddesses, planets of creation, the Enneads, 9, planet theism, planet God, science of logos, human and animal sacrifices, gods of all religions, occult, etc., does good and evil according to their likes and dislikes. If it's upright, you are in good standing. In reverse, you are in for a whipping power, something they don't like, or to carry the blame for something else as a scapegoat. Yeah, and that's all Charlie Kirk did. He scapegoated all the innocent lives, like, you know, he didn't even care about other people losing their life, but he yet and still had the audacity to say that sacrifice is for the greater good, for them to be able to have equal, no, to protect other equal rights. So that just goes to show you right there that he was upholding Caucasian supremacy. Not outright, not direct, but indirect. Okay, the next card that came out in reverse, in the reverse is the reverse orbs mental contact card. Negative spirit beings, reverse. Negative spirit beings imitating the orbs, corrupt ancient information given, teaching religion as positive, invisible guides of nature, mentality, downgraders, galactic separation of family and Zoopooh's name, sixth ether, spirits refuse to carry your memories and personality to the next life. Wow. There you go right there. So they kept on saying that he's going to be they was upholding him as a martyr, and that it would be memories to be, for the next generation. I'm like, it was just crazy how they was actually putting this man on a pedestal. It was actually putting this man on a pedestal for all the cruel things he said out his mouth. Some of the things he said were truthful, especially when he spoke about he spoke against transgenders in school and stuff like that. That was cool, but it was the heinous things that he said pertaining to the things that he was saying about the African race. Now, when he said about Tangy Brown, Sheila Jackson, and all those women, my thing is, I'm not gonna say that they wasn't qualified, because I don't know if they wasn't qualified. That's not for him to say that they weren't qualified. But I do know that they was pushing agendas that the Democrats was pushing, especially the shot. They stood 10 toes down on that, so he wasn't wrong about them. And the reason why, because they always push the Democrat side as being the party for black people. No, it's the party for liberal people. It don't matter what race you are. If you are liberal, you are liberal. So it just so happened that they took these females who were of the African race and put them at the forefront, and they made a lot of us look stupid from certain things that they were saying. But that don't give him the right to say they weren't qualified. They was qualified to push the agenda, the same agenda that he was pushing, but decided to backtrack. So He shouldn't even open his mouth and said anything, for that matter, because they all do the same thing. They just approach the agenda from different angles and pretend that they hate each other. Get the frick out of here. Okay. The next card that's in upright is the Universe Rib Cage card. Ground, earth power, vacuum, space and darkness powers, protection, expansion, and protect soft and vital parts of a being's life mentally, spiritually, physically, economically, and morally. In reverse is painful to grow, temporary stoppage of activities, and nobility and separation. Okay. Vacuum, space and darkness powers. Yeah, he was. Yes, that's what he was in. He was in a dark space. He thought he held the power. He thought he held the power to say any and everything he want, just to appease his, his constituents and those that was funding him. He thought he had protection. He did at first. Yeah, he did at first. Expansion and protect soft and vital parts. Yeah, the only parts he was protecting was he spoke softly on what was really going on in the Caucasian race, but he was putting all the blame on the problems in the country on the black race, like they don't do anything wrong. The vital parts of a being's life mentally. He was protecting. He was protecting the vital parts of his race life mentally, spiritually. Why? Because for one, they represent the ghost god, 3 ether, and physically, economically, and morally. He didn't, because truthfully, they had no morals. Moral what? Economically, because they push capitalism. Okay, so as far as my first question, did Tyler Robinson, that wasn't answered. So I just moved these up. That question wasn't answered, but what it did do, it pulled out a lot of Charlie Kirk's mentality and everything that he was involved in mentally, physically, which is scapegoating human lives for crime against humanity that's been inflicted upon citizens. Not once do they speak of the police brutality against black people. It's like they just look over that like that's not even happening. Okay, that didn't answer my question, but I'm going to go to the next question. Did Charlie Kirk and Trump share security detail? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. First card that popped out is Six West Cataclysm. Solar prominence explosion. Leviathan arrives. World flood of six ether gamma radiation of sexual energies, scientific energies of death, and all suns, planets, and satellites everywhere. Spirits become invisible and negative gradually. Sexual urges begin. A past card. Start of human races. Death, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Beginning of evolutionary forces. Gamma radiation mutation of original creation. Now, let me get a little bit more on this reading. The Six West card is a past water cataclysm card. It represents six ether death by way of a flood, physically, mentally, and spiritually. This card symbolizes sexual urges, physical death, tidal waves, and constant raining, emotional terror, confusion over a 40-day period, gamma radiation that causes slow death decay, mad spirits become invisible and negative over millions of years. It has a reverse side that means that Noopooh 9 ether forces are reversing the negative death and sex powers of this card. Bam, there you go. So by them getting rid of him, everything is coming in reverse. Everything is coming in reverse, which means oh wow. So oh wow. In reverse. Everything is going in reverse of this card. Next card that pop up is the Gento and Gentile card. These brain new god and goddess are the creators of all genitals in the African race, and they are god parents from Lake in Nalu-Baale. This is a life, birth, new beginnings card. These powers promote a whole new creation and reproduction, mentally, spiritually, physically, morally, financially, etc. This card also is a sustaining card. It also incubates future possibilities of life to come. So in the reverse means infertility. Well, that right there means because he's no longer here, he can't give birth to no more children. Oh well, because his children would have grew up, they would grow up to think just like he thought. So being that it's okay, hold on, let me check something here. Okay, so show you. Okay, so being that the genitals represent Neptune, Nepeta, which is the month of March. Yeah, and that's in 12th house. Service to humanity, self-transcendence, self-sacrifice, retreats from the world, unacknowledged or repressed parts of oneself. Yes, he was repressed. Repressed parts of oneself because he thought everything of what he's saying was right and exact. The service to humanity that he thought he was giving was the fact that he had helped starting Turning Point USA. He didn't do that by himself, but I'm gonna get to that. What else? Self-sacrifice. Yeah, he self-sacrificed, but he also backtracked. He started backtracking. So, retreats from the world. Wow. Okay, so retreating is like backing up, going in the background. Okay, which will lead to another one of my questions. But yeah, okay. So, from everything that's coming out, okay, so this right here, Gentoo and Gentile, this means infertility. So, excuse me. He no longer have the means to give birth to any more of his hate. He's infertile. Infertile, using black people as a scapegoat. This next card in what's this? In reverse is Noopooh and NoopooH. God and goddess of brains and nerves everywhere. When the top half having existed, African race received their intelligence and perception from these gods. The ability to reason and see and solve mental problems that can blind the visual eyes. Noopooh speaks words of power, and NoopooH gives the visions to be spoken in unison. This card helps the serious individual escape traps that are set by negative forces, spirits, pantheons, religions. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This card was in the upright. I'm sorry. NoopooH NoopooH. So it's saying what it said. God and goddess of brains and nerves everywhere. When the top half haven't existed, African race received their intelligence and perception from these gods, the ability to reason and see and solve mental problems that can blind the visual eyes. NoopooH speaks words of power, and NoopooH gives the visions to be spoken in unison. This card helps the serious individual escape traps that are set by negative forces, spirits, pantheons, and religions. So everything is coming back in order. And the next card that came in upright is QueeRaOopoo card. Value family life, help needy people, earns money, rulership, good communication, busy reasoner, unique, rigidness, intuition, judgmental function, philosophical, overconfident, trust issues, law, contracts, diverse marriages, awakening, loyal, self-worth, philosophy, and ideas. So True Piece of QueeRaOopoo is in the house, basically, because I am the one doing this reading. So therefore, you have the first row that's showing that when I asked the question, did Tyler Robinson unalive Charlie Kirk? No, in that answer, but it brought out a lot of the rhetoric that he was, all the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk stood on. Okay, on the second row is showing that everything is reversing. All the negative energy is reversing. Okay, the Gentile is showing is something fishy about his so-called unaliving, but I'm about to get to that. Because in this one, it's saying that he's, it's like regress. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. What is that? Okay, I'm sorry. It's yeah, it's something going on with this card right here, Gentle and Gentile in the reverse, because he's retreating from the world. That's like going and hiding. But I'm gonna see. If you're retreating from the world, then there's something going on in the background. NoopooH NoopooH in the upright. It's just basically breaking down how the African race receiving their intelligence, and that intelligence is coming back. Which was given from the perception of these gods, and also the ability to reason is also coming back, because I'm seeing a lot of people on social media. A lot of them is reasoning. Their reason is on point. Now, if they can come in contact with this information, I feel that it would do them a lot. do them a lot as far as knowing what's really going on in the world. But certain situations that pop up, their reasoning be on point. Now, their reason need to be put in other areas pertain to known science, and I feel that would do them even more justice. So it's basically the ability to reason, to see and solve mental problems that can blind the visual eyes. Yes, that part. Because religion is still a part of their everyday spirituality practice. So, yeah, once that reason come around to that aspect of everything that's controlling everyone, being under that spell of ignorance, of religion, then yeah. And me being the reader of this tarot deck spread. Okay, now the next question I want to ask is, did Trump help fake Charlie Kirk assassination? Did Charlie Kirk help? Did Donald Trump help to fake Charlie Kirk assassination? Donald Trump helped fake Charlie Kirk's assassination.